Okay, I'm going to do a little video. I talked to the lady that has this shop. She's new. She's just been working on her SEO. Worked herself to death on it. Trying to get it right. I'm going to show you a little trick that, besides Etsy Rank, to use to check your titles and see how they actually show up. Are you being seen with the wording that you use? I'm going to start with this one up here first. If it'll pull it up. Right now, this is her title. So I'm going to take each section that is separated by a comma, and we're going to look at it and see how does that pull up in a search. So what you do is highlight your first section you're using. This is wanting to highlight too many things down there. Copy it. Open another window on a different page and put it in the search bar and search. And what you're looking for is to see if in that search does your item show up. In this search, she actually has that item up there in the #1 spot. But for that title, with the newborn polymer clay baby, there's only 134 results. That's not a terrible lot. What that tells you is, if there's only a few results in it, it's more of a medium range title keyword phrase, because it doesn't pull up a lot of listings. So the chances are people don't normally type in those exact words to find you. It's a little bit too narrow of a search word, and unless somebody types in those exact words, you're not going to get found. And since there's only 134 results, it's kind of telling me it's probably not used as much. So we're going to look at another one. But the good thing about this one is it shows up on page 1 and it's the very first one seen. So I wouldn't necessarily take it out just yet. Then we're going to look at the next part. And I'm going all the way till I find a comma, which is at the very end, because it's not been separated. So we're going to copy that. We're going to put that in our search phrase up here. And see what happens. I'm going to search. And it's being slow. Guess what? Only 2 items pull up with that phrasing, and they're both from her shop. So that tells me right away it's not right. It needs to be fixed, because you're never going to be found. That right there is killing this item for a search phrase. So what you're going to do is look at that, and let's say, take part of it. Woodland nursery decoration. And we're going to see what just that section looks like in a search. I'm going to delete all that. And we're going to search just that one little bit. Now when you put that in, look what happens. We have 2,663 results. So just that short phrase pulls up a lot more listings, a lot more results. Since it's for room decor, it's going to pull up a lot of different things, not just what she's selling. It's going to have all kinds of stuff on there. So it's a broader term. but it is a big search term, and if somebody is just looking for that, she's going to get found. So right now, with that search term, since the search engines have pulled that out, she is found on page 1, middle of the page, which is not bad. I would still go in and put a comma in there in my title, because you want to help out the rest of the title getting seen. So we're going to go back and look at it again, and let's search for baby shower cake toppers and see what we find. Search that. And we're going to scroll and see if we find her in there, because this has 30,000 results. I'm looking through this on page 1. We're not finding that. Page 2. Not there either. And what you notice with these, with cake toppers, is a lot of it is also fondant, which hers is polymer clay. So that makes a little bit of a difference. And I'm still not finding her on page 3. Oh, sorry, my dog's barking. Oh, that was page 4. Cupid. Sorry about that, y'all. My dog just had a fit because my daughter came home. Yeah, I'm all the way to page 5, and we're not finding it. So what that tells me is if you separate that section and put a comma in what's before it and what's after it, it's more likely to show up on the first couple of pages. So we're going to look back at the next section of that title. That's, let's see, baby shower. We're going to look at shower gift or nursery decorations. We're going to separate it just by nursery decorations right now. And what that's going to show us is a large amount of listings, because it's covers everything. So it's a little bit of a broad category. Doesn't mean she won't show up in here, but it's a little bit broader, so it's going to be probably somewhere in the middle of the listings for all of these. So what I would probably do is do the next thing when I separated this title, and go ahead and do the whole let's try this one. When we do just that part, then again we've got the same thing. It's just her listing showing up. So that doesn't work well either. So going to go back, pull it up again, and let's look at it. and get back to the same one. And we're going to pull up something different. And I'm going to try something totally different. And let's see what it shows. Now I've put in baby shower polymer clay cake toppers, and we have 519 results for that with similar items, and she's showing up page 1, middle of the page, which is good. It's all kind of a matter of how you search it and the way the search engines pull it up. Some of what's in here is kind of not necessary and not going to help you. So you have to kind of go through and search every title like that and see how many searches you pull up in. Now this one here, it's baby gift. There's going to be a million pull up in that. This one here, when you use just the second part of it that is separated, and search just that, there's a lot of results that pull up. But you see, it's all different kinds of stuff. It's not necessarily any of it that's similar to what she's trying to sell. It's going to be very hard to be found by the customers that you're wanting to find this with that broad of a term. I'm going to try at least 3 pages. Nope. What I would probably do with that, instead of having a comma there, I would leave out the one after baby gift and try this and see what it gives us with the comma moved to another place. So we're kind of localizing our search a little bit more. I didn't take my comma out. Doing it that way, there's 324 results, which isn't a lot, but she's on page 1, second row, which is pretty good. But we'd really like to have more results than the 324 in what we're showing in. But that's still a good, decent search term. I would take out the comma after baby gift and make it baby gift African American girl. Cake topper itself, I'm sure, is going to put a good number of listings to pull up. But is it too broad? It's pulling up any and every kind you can think of. It's also going to pull up the fondant ones, which is fine as long as you make sure it's designated that they are not fondant, and they're one that's going to be for keepsake. That makes it a big selling point for it. It makes it worth more than your fondant one. I would put baby cake topper in instead of just cake topper. And then you're going to kind of refine that search just a little bit and get found a little bit easier. There's 250 pages, 37,000 results, but it's a broader result. And if you use baby cake topper, polymer clay baby cake topper, that's going to get you a better result. Nursery decorations, again, broad term. Pink rose headband, that's going to get you pulled up in a whole bunch of headbands and hair bows for babies. It's not going to pull up for the customers you're looking for to buy these. So it's probably not a good search term to use at all, because it's just not going to, it's going to get you seen, but it's not going to get you seen where you want to be seen. Because the customers looking for a baby headband are not looking for a little cake topper figurine. I'm going to pull it up so we can check it. When you search just that part, look what you get. Headband galore. This is pulling up customers that are looking for the headbands for their kids. The customers looking for this are going to look at your thing and think, ooh, cute, but I don't need one. I'm looking for a bow for my little girl or a headband for my little girl. So that one section should probably be changed to something other than pink rose headband. That can go in your description describing that it's got a pink rose headband on there. I would change this title to Baby Gift African American Girl, put a comma there, Cake Topper, comma, Polymer Clay Cake Topper, comma. I think this part here is probably gonna, we'll see. I think it might pull up pretty good. So I'm gonna check it. And it gets a lot of results. And it has other sculptures that come up that are similar. And again, notice the prices here that these things sell for, so you're undercharging. And there you are, page 1 out of 11,718 results. So that is a great one to leave in that title just as it is. I'm going to look at Reborn Doll. As we already know, we need to change the pink rose headband and use that space for something different. And my suggestion would be the polymer clay cake topper to take its space, because it's all about using all the space. And Etsy rank helps a lot, but doing what I'm doing right now really kind of helps you narrow it down and see for yourself what's going to work. This here with the Reborn Doll, that's what you get. reborn dolls and it's big dolls. It's not getting you what you're selling as far as your cake topper or figurines or decorations. This is drawing the customers that want to get these baby dolls made. And it's probably not really the best search term to use. So I would change that out for something different. That's too far out. Maternity, there's no telling what that's going to get you. Let's see. Let's pull it up. You get a lot of maternity clothes. So again, not really getting the audience that you're wanting to get. You're getting the mother that's pregnant, looking for maternity clothes. You're probably going to be somewhere in the middle of that 250 pages in the search. So maternity is probably using your space unwisely by just using that, because it's not going to pull up the customers that you're looking for. Basically, you're wanting to use search terms that's going to get the customer base you are looking for, and that one's not getting it. Realistic baby. You're actually showing up in a great spot there. Take notice. That's your picture being used as one of the lead pictures for sculptures, which is great. And you are on page 1 on the 3rd row. So that one is a good one to leave. So out of this title here, what needs to be changed is change the cake or the nursery decoration to polymer clay cake topper. Do away with the pink rose headband and do away with maternity. Switch that around, and if you have room for any more in that title, look for something else that's geared towards your main customers that are going to want to spend money on this. I'll think about it and see if I can think of any other search words that would fit in there. And then you're going to want to change your keywords to kind of match with the words that you've got in your title. I hope that helps some. It kind of gives you an idea how to walk through looking at all these titles section by section, so you can see if you're showing up or not, because the goal is to try to get seen in the first 5 to 10 pages. And if you're not showing up in the first 5 to 10 pages in that search, then we need to try something different. I'm going to sign off for now and let everybody look at that, and you can go